Good day. How y'all doing on this case on Monday? Is it Thursday yet? Is it Thursday yet, y'all? I better stop wanting it to be so fast because it's actually going to happen, right? And then you look up and you're like, where did time go? Where did time go? You know, I don't know if y'all ever felt this way, but like my heart dropped when I seen Malcolm, Theo from the Cosby Show passed away. My heart dropped. And I don't know if it dropped because that's like a childhood, not like a, that's a childhood person that I live with, right? Like anybody that knows, like if Roseanne passed away, I think my heart would drop. If Bill Cosby passed away, I think my heart would drop. Um, hell, Ted Bundy, was it Ed Bundy? I think all of those people, like that you kind of grew up and you kind of learn yourself with, you know what I'm saying? Um, helped you identify it, you know? Because a lot of times people don't want to believe it, but the 80s television really helped us to identify ourselves with whatever scenarios and circumstances they recorded and they put on TV. There's a lot of things that we could always go back and say, Theo did that, you know? And my heart did drop like when I saw it. And I was like, oh gosh. Um, life is not promised to us, and nobody has a golden ticket to live forever. So we got to appreciate what we have today. And hopefully we can start, well, hopefully I can, not we, but hopefully, from now on, I can be an impact on somebody's life as much as Theo was probably an impact on a lot of people's lives. Definitely just from maybe from boys that never grew up with a father, and they remember how Theo, went after obstacles. And maybe that can help from another man from being a deadbeat father. I don't know. But that's just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That dropped. Cause yeah, I was a Cosby kid. I loved the Cosby Show, and if it was still aired on streaming, I would definitely be watching it. Y'all, I ain't even gonna hold you. Um, I watched The Golden Girls. I watched Matlock. I watched everything under the sun. But yeah, I don't know if anybody ever felt that way. Like some a piece of your childhood just like disappeared. Like I don't know if that sounds weird, but yeah, let's get into this thumbnail. Sky, how you doing, girl? Now, I'm gonna give some people a little backstory about Sunbucks. So I received Sunbucks, and Sunbucks was granted to every kid in North Carolina that was in the school system. So it doesn't matter if your kids was in a charter school, private school, homeschool, they was able to get the Sunbucks. Now, if you are already have food stamps coming, I think you automatically got it, but I think I had to apply for it. So I had to go on the website and apply for it. Just say basically what kid is in the system. So they gave me this card, this white, beautiful card in the mail, and they said, hey, you got $120 per child, but you got to use it before 122 days. And then that means that if you don't use it, you lose it. Now, Sky, where's your $720 in some bucks? Now, I think everybody get it if you reach the age of 18. If I'm not mistaken, you 18. But Sky, where's your some bucks? Where's your sunbucks? I'm waiting because I didn't hear you talk about. Oh, y'all, my sunbucks came in the mail, and I got $700 and 720. Let me go to Sam's Club. Let me go to the meat, the butcher. Let me go to stock up on random things that will make sense. Why would you need a food pantry? You have 720 extra dollars. And y'all, I think if I'm not mistaken, I received my card in the mail probably the end or maybe like the third week of June. Now we're sitting at the third week of July, and she might have did it earlier. Talking about, guys, I'm waiting for my food stamps. Where's your $120? Oh, was it because of the birthday parties? Remember, you had gave them scraps. I remember you giving the kids scraps. You just threw off a darn Walmart birthday cake. You didn't have the shebang, not like in what was it, Memorial Weekend? You didn't have the shebang for the 4th of July. Are you selling those food stamps, Sky? Because it's giving me I sold all my $720. We'll just make it do. Then I'm gonna come back on here talking about, hey y'all, I don't have any food. I found the canned food. Baby, you should have more than that. Because the state gave you $720 plus your June food stamps and plus your July food stamps. So again, you shouldn't have been really hurting for food. Now, if you lost your card and your reload is like maybe the 14th, maybe the 13th, your reload, and it's the 21st, and you're waiting for your food, you still should have food in your house because you got reloaded. And if you got your card at the 3rd of June, you should have plenty of money. It sounds to me that you sold that food stamps because y'all, I made it do with $240. I made it do. I went to Sam's Club. I got me some hot pockets, and my kids was here for a week. They still got stuff they can take down South Carolina with them when they go back home. When I go back to their grandparents' house. It's not going to break me. It's not going to kill me. If they need something else, such as bread, sandwich meat, I can order that from Walmart. Mama, can you pick this up? Easy peasy. But you sold those sunbucks, and I know you did. What, your man needed a hit before work because there ain't no way he has to be smoking crack. Because your house looked like a crack house probably about 82% of the time. That bathroom, that looked like a crack house bathroom. Y'all were seeing what is that show? It's like Quarters. Hold on, y'all. All right. I'm sorry about that. And that's what it gives me. Just have all those clothes you have. Just whatever you pick up. It's just like, are you really? Somebody in there have to be smoking crack. And all y'all can do is blame y'all exes for being crackheads. But I'm starting to think somebody in there is a crackhead, and it might be you. Because there's no way I'm going to be a mom of six having zero food for my kids. And I get food stamps. I make it do what it do. If they gave me, see, I have a job. So my job, my two jobs, they ain't gonna allow me to get food stamps. So if I know, and y'all don't feel bad for me, and don't think I'm a low mother because it is what it is. If I have $152 in my name, and I know I gotta get gas for the week, and that's gonna cost me 35, maybe $40. I have $110 that I need to put in my house for food. It might not be lobster and steak that week, but if steak is on sale, baby, my kids eating steak. If we need milk, we need eggs that week, that's for your priorities. I'm not buying junk. Not buying canned goods. I'm not buying noodles. I'm buying things that make sense. Real rice. If the ground beef is not on sale, I'm going to find a place where ground beef is on sale that we're going to have ground beef for the week, right? So I know that, hey, Sprouts, no, Fresh Market, they have ground beef every week for $3.99 a pound. I know that I can spend $8, maybe, let's say $12 for 3 pounds of ground beef. I know I can get 3 meals out of one those 3 pounds of ground beef. If I have to wait till on the weekend to get my chicken wings from Fresh Market because they're $3.99 a pound, that's where I'm going to go. That's where I'm going to go. I'm not going to Aldi's because y'all, I don't believe Aldi's is a decent place to save money. I have a better luck in shopping at Harris Teeter or Publix before I go to Aldi's. And we have a Food Lion here, so I'm safe. But I did not see you go any type of Club shopping that's 720. You didn't, and that tells me that you sold it because y'all. Somebody said, "Well, she did get extra money, but they gave us an extra card." They did. They gave us an extra card. So they didn't put it on their EBT card. They put it on a separate card. So you have an EBT card, your Sunbucks was not going on there. But Sky, you going to the food pantry? Why? You should have enough food to be okay. I don't know if you don't know how to shop, but you shouldn't be running out of shit. And I'm wondering, like, you got 6 kids. I'm not counting that other guy's child. You got 6 kids, a husband, an extra mouth to feed that came with your husband and yourself. And you still gotta feed your kids one piece of chicken. Now I can see the younger people. I can see the younger people. I can see. But you can't tell me your 10-year-olds only eat one piece of chicken. You also went to the food pantry. You can't tell me that you didn't have vegetables. We saw vegetables. Don't be caught up. Don't get caught up. because baby, I could see that. And if you just imagine if somebody that's living in North Carolina see her video and it was like food pantry, like it's not even been a month since they released the Sunbucks. Why do you need food pantry? Yeah, yeah, why? But people that get food stamps, and I mean the max, y'all haven't made. Now, do I feel like the government's gonna take that away from y'all? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. No matter how people might despise people with food stamps, they will never take food stamps away from the budget. That just scare y'all. But they might take, housing, Section 8, but they will never take food stamps. Never. Because food stamp actually works both ways. It helps to balance the economy from the farmers and also with just everything. Dr. A, how you doing, baby? But that's not fair, Sky. You got on here pulling these people heartstrings and going to a food pantry with 6 kids and you got 720 by the probably the mid or the end of June. This is not even the end of July. That food pantry could have belonged to somebody else, like somebody's great grandmother that is sitting on equity and she can't get any assistance because she owns her house. The food pantry is for those people, not for people that get food stamps. You're not the only one. Teresa plus five, she does it too and complains. You get food stamps, lady. And why are you complaining? Stop buying unnecessary stuff. You'll be okay. See, when you get food stamps, you can't buy what you want. You gotta buy what you need. And one pack of chicken per night is not gonna do it. One piece of meat per night is not gonna do it. Why? Majority of the time, your kids wants to sit around and eat multiple things because they're not really fed. They're not really full. That's not fooling. My kids don't like PB and J. Well, if 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 PB and J or chips, PB and J it is. See, I have easy kids. Like my daughter, I love bragging about her. She's a tuna fish, dry tuna fish and cracker baby. Beyond the sausages, maybe some crackers, right? And she likes the chicken on. She likes the cheap pan of bologna. Not bologna, but hot dogs. I'm cool with that. My son, just give him a hot pocket of pizza. But I stopped buying chips, cookies, feel good food, right? Because I felt like they was consuming that more than they was consuming their food. No, baby, you gonna eat that leftovers. You, if you're hungry, you gonna eat that, or you can get your PB and J. But in the meantime, if they don't do that, they're not hungry enough. But it be the parents, like Chrissy. Chrissy, we saw her buy one of each item at Sam's Club, knowing that she had 8 little people in the house. So she basically showed she don't purchase food either, only for herself and when she's time to record the camera. But when I saw Chrissy over there cutting the wreaths into these little medium-sized chunks and giving each child two medium-sized chunks of rib. I said, oh hell, I got plenty. No, they don't have plenty. See, Chrissy over there buying the lobster and shrimp for her and Babe, and the $35 pound of steak meat for her and Babe, and her kids get little portions. Yeah, I saw that you gave your children the legs. I did see that. She had wings in there. But she didn't have the wings for the kids. She had the wings for her and Babe. I did see that. And Dr. A, I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna keep it cute. Chrissy, of those kids, should be a tattoo on her chest. She should have a tattoo walking around like Medusa. Of those kids. Of those kids. At this point. Because there ain't no way. Y'all, and I'm one of those people that like, for example, it's about to be hurricane season. And when you're dealing with hurricane season, you know what kind of food you definitely need in the house. It's no shocker. Okay, so even if we come down with the hurricane maybe in 4 weeks, I know that I have plenty of water. Okay, I'm not looking for water the week of hurricane. I know I got plenty of juice that my kids can be entertained. I have food. The only thing I might have to worry about and I can't purchase right now is food until hurricane season is over, because one, there's a reason why. Our power might get knocked out for more than 24 hours and all that food is gone. I know we probably could save it, but majority of the time that food is destroyed. So there's no point in me buying a big thing of meats and all that stuff. I have to buy it right now. When we need it, I purchase it. If I have it and we use that first, and that's it. But Sky should have plenty more food in her house because she had $720 extra. And times that by 120, times that by six, 720. She can't even tell y'all where that money went. We did see the birthday. Yeah, we did. The 4th of July. But they shouldn't take all 720. That should not have took all 720. July, 4th of July should not have took it all. And I could see if, those kids was eating salads and grapes and watermelon, I could see that. But they wasn't. You was struggling trying to make it look like they ate basic stuff. And Scott, stop making those kids plates. At this point, stop making those kids plates. Don't make those kids plates no more. Just leave it on the table. Leave it on the table. And at least make some vegetables. If you knowing that you don't have much food in the house, vegetables is very filling. No matter how you look at it, you can put vegetables on the plate. And corn is not a vegetable. So don't put corn on there. Put green beans. Make it flavorful. Don't put sugar in this stuff. I don't understand why y'all gotta put sugar in vegetables. But vegetables is very filling. Very. And if you're low on food, beans. And they don't have to be over there Nika beans, but beans. Beans and rice. And I'm being honest. If you're knowing that you're not very um money cautious, like you conscious, buy meats like neck bones that can stretch. Now I don't know how Jazz over there cooking it, But find you somebody that can cook neck bones very well and that can stretch, that can make sense. When you making ribs, cut the ribs and finger style. Or I have a Carly Seas, but I only have three other people besides me. So I just get the finger ribs already cut up and then I cook them. Learn how to make stews, soups. Use a rotisserie chicken. I don't understand why y'all don't use rotisserie chicken. If you getting canned foods, make sure you get cream of chicken. Make sure you get cream of mushroom if you like it. But definitely cream of chicken, cream of celery, and you can get some chicken breasts and you can throw those in a crock pot and let that bad boy cook. Shred it, make some rice over it. Hold on, y'all. I like corn too, but people like to throw corn on the side like a vegetable, and it's not. It's just like a tasty dessert if you know how to cook it right. Make a stew. It's never too hot for a stew. Um, when your kids like tacos, but I think Sky's biggest problem is not stocking for the right food. For example, don't buy no more processed macaroni and cheese. Learn how to make macaroni and cheese. I'm sorry. And I'll being honest with you, I learned how to make macaroni and cheese with a double mac cheese sauce. All right. That's how I learned how to make macaroni and cheese. I know it sounds disgusting, but I learned how to make macaroni and cheese by that. And then I started adding cheese. I started knowing how to make my cheese sauce. And it went from ooh to oh my gosh, who made this? All right. Learn how to make those stuff off the rip. Now, if you learn how to make spaghetti sauce, you should start with the basic. All right. Try it with spaghetti, then add extra stuff to your spaghetti sauce. All right. But that is cheaper than buying a big jar of spaghetti sauce. You can stretch it, you can make it as your consistency as you like. That's the crazy part about it. Because a mother of six should not be on nobody's camera talking about she's waiting for food stamps. Hell, a mother of two shouldn't be doing that unless you are a crackhead. I don't care if you washed your hair this week. That's still crackhead moves, guy. You a mother of six. A mother of six. And y'all, I learned how to cook. I was never a great cook when I had my daughter. I was like, y'all, there's some seasons I don't touch no more. There's seasons like everybody might rave on it, and I'll try it, and I was like, ew, this is nasty. Like slap your mama, I think it's nasty. But if you like it, that's all you. If it is Dano's, oh my gosh, that has like the worst aftertaste. I don't like it. I do have the Greek season that I prefer, and you make okay. I'm a definite. I like seasons. I do. I like seasons, but like I said, I don't like aftertaste. If it has an aftertaste to it, Tony's has an aftertaste to me. So I don't buy seasons. So if I really do, this is what I have in my stuff. I have white pepper, red pepper, black pepper. Okay. I also have salt. I have real garlic powder, onion powder. Not onion salt or not garlic salt. I don't use those two. And I kind of make my own house blend. When I use that, my food don't burn, and it's just where it is. And Scott, why are you a mother of six? I'm curious. How you a mother of six and you still burn fried chicken? I'm curious, y'all. At this point, I'm curious. Like, who does that? And you got a fry machine. Well, fry daddy, a fry daddy. See, I can fry my chicken on gas stove, iron, electric stove, a fry daddy. But baby, what are you doing? Are you seasoning your chicken with sugar? Cause ain't no way your chicken is burnt like that. And it's not all the time. Her chicken always be burnt. Somebody should have gave you a home ec class before you even start having babies. Before you even start thinking you like boys at this point. Cause ain't no way you don't know how to survive. And now this is at the point that these ladies don't know how to survive. Cause trust me, some people right now, they might have the same amount of kids you get, or maybe a little bit more, and they will rock that $720, and those kids will still probably be eating until probably October. And probably some of those kids don't even go to school. So again, she's feeding majority of all those kids and herself with that $720. I don't feel bad for you. I don't. And like I said, I think food pantry belongs to people that cannot get food stamps. I don't care who you are. If you get food stamps, you don't need to go to anybody's food pantry. And I will sign up for a food pantry, and knowing that I might have somebody near that needs food, like a next door neighbor, a aunt, a uncle, I will. But y'all sitting here, and it's just, and Teresa plus three, she the one that really got under my skin with the food pantry. What the fuck? You get the food pantry a week? Are you talking about if these are expired products? So, what did you expect? If you stop buying oxtails and crab legs, you probably don't need the food pantry either. Y'all, I was there. I'm not even going to pretend like I never got food stamps. I was there. I I I got some bucks, y'all. I know, but I be darned. And like somebody said, you are only here to get something. You're not even there to help. And you going through. And for me, knowing I'm a mother of six, I will be going through certain things to help me to make sure my kids are comfortable. For example, for example, I will see about how I can get my boy's haircut. What can I do so when school starts, my kids can have a frequent haircut? Can I come clean up? I will, you know what I'm saying? Can I come and clean up this just to make sure? And my payoff is my son's haircuts. Make sure they look nice, sharp. You could go to the community and see what everybody's doing. Now I can see that, Scott. I can. I'm not even going to knock you. Say, hey, this function or this community outreach is doing this over here. They're giving out jeans over here. I could see that, but for a grown ass woman to sit with six kids, talking about she had to go to the food pantry, and on top of that, she got 720 on some bucks. I can't understand that. Y'all already heard Nika talking about getting ready for the back to school stuff. I'd be like, damn, damn. Your kids can't even get the book bags that they desire. I can't wait till the back to school book bags, Jim Marie comes. My mama, she does do that for my kids. And I'll be like, but why though? But why? Why did you even go? You know you're not gonna use it. But it's the principle about it. Jazz, you do the exact same thing. I like I said, if y'all don't do anything, these mommies, won't y'all do a hygiene box for each kid to go to school, back to school? Won't you do a hygiene box? Dr. A, are you still in here? I think she's gone. Do a hygiene box. If y'all can go out and y'all can go and do bingo. If y'all can go to Dollar Tree, buy unnecessary things. Y'all can sit in a Tesla drinking Starbucks. If you can buy whatever you need to buy, you can do that too. You can make every kid of yours a hygiene box. And the hygiene box don't have to be nothing spontaneous. It can be some little wet wipes. Or if you have girls, a little, they in of age. I wouldn't expect you to give it to your kindergartner, but little, sanitary pads, some little wipes, some little fragrance. Hey, Desi, um, you can buy them that. Maybe some lotion, maybe a little chapstick. And every one of my kids have, even my toddler, he's gonna have a cubby. Um, give them a little mirror so they can be put, ready for success. Kids don't do well if they don't feel confident. And that's a little thing you can do for them at the end of the year, the summer. Is just make them feel confident and oh, I have a pad, or oh, let me go back home and let me get some more pads. Y'all, and I am a sucker for, kids that, you know, Sky, go buy a mirror. So you make sure your kids say, hey, you look nice. This is how you want to look when you walk out the door. Instead of those bulky shirts. And well, you got to do it first, too. You got to show them that you care about your appearance as much. So when they walk out in that real world, they can do it the same. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to hold you. Some of these mommies, I know they hygiene is not equipped. Sky, I know your hygiene is not equipped. I just know it. Just because you showered the bathroom, you did the bathroom, girl. I'm like, why you just not pre-clean it? It don't even make any sense, but it is to his own. But y'all, let me go. Sky, good luck on getting your EBT card, not your Sunbucks card. She didn't say anything about losing her Sunbucks card. She said her EBT card. And another thing, um, why would they? Why would they? If you got your EBT right, unless you never got your address updated with CPS. Ooh, why you don't have your address updated, guy, with CPS? Because they won't, you know, CPS will, was it Department of Human Services? Not CPS. They will type out your address. Like they'll type out your address. So they don't just put your name and then throw it out in the air saying, well, whoever catch her mail, that's where her address is. No, that tells me that you never updated your address. It has something to do with the postal service. You never updated your address. And also, are you trying to say that if you are you also trying to say that you might get the card and there's no money on it later? Is that sounds like another storyline? Oh, that sounds like a good storyline. Which one is it, Scott? Well, my card, I got my card from my aunt's house, and it was open, and she used my money. I can see that as a storyline because that's not like I said. That's another crackhead move. Y'all remember The Wire? I don't know if y'all ever seen The Wire, but the little boy comes home and say, "Hey, where's the rice around, right?" And the mom said, "Well, the little boy was looking like he was starving." He said, "You cooked it for him?" No, you just gave him a box of dry rice around. That's some shit that Scott would do. Y'all, I'm just disgusted. Like, you got sick kids and you struggling. You get food stamps. And food, y'all, let's be honest with y'all, food don't cost that much money. It costs money, but it don't cost that much money. It's how you buy it and proportion. Sky don't proportion nothing. Sky look like she wastes more food than she actually can save. We watched it. We watched her do something. Was it for Father's Day? We saw her have a shebang on Father's Day. She had something for a birthday and graduation. We did see that. But yeah, it's sad, y'all. But I gotta go. I gotta drop my little people off to their grandmother's house. And low key, I'm ready. I'm gonna miss them to pieces, but I definitely know that I need to get my stuff situated. So that means like school stuff. That means um, definitely school stuff. Um, my school stuff, my scheduling, my kids' schedule, trying to get them together, making sure that we are rocking and rolling when school's time starts. Like everybody is. Let's pray that little person goes to school this year. I don't even care if I have to get phone calls to pick him up every day. I will do it. Um, but I just need him to be successful when it's time for him to actually go to school. Like this is the first start of being successful. Um, I also, and I think I will probably have a little bit of me time in June, not in June, but maybe in September. I can have me a little cute June time for myself. And that's it, y'all. And I do Bigo. Ugh. Bigo is very complicated at times. Bigo can be very complicated at times, but I've been blessed that I'm not in no drama. And y'all, and I think the key with Bigo, like a lot of people don't like Bigo if they know what Bigo is. It's a drama. I think it's a drama. And y'all, I'm not there to make friends. I'm cordial. They're my coworkers. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, they're your coworkers. That's how you gotta look at anything. Like, you working on any social media. We might not like each other, but we're coworkers. I'm gonna point you out. But Dante, I don't know if she's still here. She said she was on a phone call. I am going to repost something. I'm going to drag this until the lady drop dead at this point because y'all, some things are not cute, and I'm going to talk about it. Some things is not cute, so I gotta go pick up my little kids, and hopefully they're ready. Already, y'all. And you know the beautiful thing about when my kids come home and stuff with me, when they come home, they act like they never left. So my daughter was gone for a week, and she came back, and y'all, I think that was the best therapy for my daughter than anything. I might have to hire my aunt to do that with all my kids at least once a year. But my aunt said she don't understand why all the kids like coming to her house. And I'm be honest with y'all. She might be the most meanest lady ever, but she's stern in a right way. She's not like mean, like, oh, you can't eat dinner, you know? She's not like that. She's more like stern. She likes her place neat. She likes it organized. She don't like too much chaos. Um, and my daughter liked that. She did. Even though I don't think I have a chaos home, I think that sometimes when you're by yourself and you got somebody who has a zero nonsense, you do well with that. And I think she did well with mine. But y'all, let me go. I will see y'all beautiful people later. Like I said, I'm going to stomp on somebody's toes tomorrow. So y'all check out that. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.